We got a crazy story here today. Am I overreacting? I think my landlord drugged me. Wow. What a sentence to start off with. We got a text conversation and we got a lot of context underneath the post saying a bunch of stuff because that's what context usually does. Just made this account to post here. I'm sitting at a 24-hour diner, unsure if I should go home or call the cops or what if I'm literally overreacting here. I escaped an abusive relationship 2 months ago. Left me with basically nothing except a little bit of savings. No job, nada. I luckily at the time found this place online. I've been a loner since my relationship. He basically destroyed my self-esteem, body and mind. I no longer have any friends. The few I did never reply to my texts anymore. I'm literally starting from zero again. This is already a sad beginning, and I've read a little bit ahead in the text conversation. I haven't read the entire thing, but it is actually as serious as you think it is, okay? Maybe you think it's more serious, but I don't really know how you could do that. It's actually, like, she should probably call the cops. But we are too late. We're just looking at it now. But maybe someone else is in the situation, and they stumble upon this video, and then you know. Who knows, right? Who knows? The point is, I found this spot online, met the landlord who also lives in the house, and we clicked. He let me rent it for cheap while I found a job, which I still haven't secured yet. Hence my hesitance to leave. But this is freaking me out. He's been subtly hinting that he likes me, etc. Always knocking on my door or letting himself in and jumping into bed with me. Complaining about his day. This guy is 60-ish years old. I just assumed he's lonely and bored, and again, I was super appreciative to be able to live here for so cheap. And that's already a little like, you should never behave the way that this guy does, but especially as a 60-year-old man. Come on, what are you doing? You are old. You have lived many years. Surely you should have the experience and maturity to realize that what you're doing is weird. I don't know how old this person is, but I'm assuming quite young. And I don't know what I'm assuming that on. I just get that feeling. This all went down yesterday. I drank the tea because honestly he'd made me tea like 30 times before. I didn't think anything of it because I'm an idiot. You're not an idiot for trusting people. Like you said, you've drank his tea 30 more times. Okay, before. I don't think you should call yourself an idiot for that. I literally slept for like 13 hours and woke up to these texts. I politely excused myself from the house and have been walking around the town and hanging at this diner for the entire day, trying to mentally figure out how to proceed. I feel sick. Physically. I vomited 3 times already. I didn't feel sick before bed. My legs hurt. My chest hurts. I have some bruising on my arms that I didn't notice until today. Am I overreacting for thinking he did something? It feels like everything is pointing to yes. I'm afraid to report it since the cops barely helped me last time and basically judged me for coming to them too late after years of issues with my partner. I'm scared and confused. Without the text conversation, I can already, I would bet money on saying that he did drug you. The bruising is weird. I don't know what he maybe did something which is very, very concerning, but also the fact that you feel sick, vomited 3 times. Honestly, I would go to a doctor. That's what I would do. I drank some tea, I slept for 13 hours, and now I don't feel so good. And someone else made the tea, and they were quite adamant that I drank it, and I am suspicious. And the doctor is not going to say, you are so dumb. You are actually stupid in your brain hole. Okay, what are you doing here? Get out. Actually, no. Before you get out, you're gonna pay me $50 just for wasting my time. The doctor's not gonna do that. The doctor's gonna hear that and think, okay, something might actually be wrong. You might have actually been drugged, so I'm gonna check you out for a bit. Even if it's nothing, I'm glad you came, because you never know. Not that I'm a doctor, but I can just imagine that any doctor would think that. Now let's get into the texts. You want some tea? I can bring it to your room. Maybe movie? I want to watch something horror. If you get scared, I'm here too. Early morning tomorrow, thank you though. That's a polite way to decline, but he already types like someone who is very much jerking his pee-pee. Or something similar like that, you know? If you get scared, I'm here too. Ha 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 ha. You're 60. You're a 60-year-old man. What are you doing? Okay. Tea will help you sleep. It's a special blend. I'll leave outside your door. Yeah, okay. Special blend should have given off some alarm bells already. But I want to watch a horror movie. I totally don't want you to come to me whenever you get scared so we can cuddle. That's not what I want, by the way. But I do want to watch horror because just for other reasons. That's not the same thing. I'm 60 years old, by the way. I can't really see the picture. You are a pretty sleeper. Ha ha ha. Yum yum tea. He is 60! I was gonna say the whole thing is not as bad as the way he texts, but I don't think I can make that joke. But the texting really, really frustrates me. Because not only are you a criminal, because this is criminal, right, what he's doing, you're also just annoying. Oh, I don't know how I would feel if someone sent me a picture of me and said, like, you're a pretty sleeper. Haha, yum yum tea. I would murder that man. That's what I would do, maybe. Probably not. But I wouldn't be a very nice person to that person that did that to me. You took a pic of me while I sleeping. Byron, I love living here. I truly appreciate the kindness you show me by letting me rent from you, but you cannot enter my room while I'm sleeping. I just want to protect you. The tea is strong. I was worried. I wanted to make sure. Before we continue, maybe this is translated actually, because I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like like the way they text seems like they don't speak English. It is translated to English. I think you are beautiful. I am handsome. We have connection. I would hate to see you leave. I don't want it to go that way. Last night was beautiful. Thank you. The frick you mean last night was beautiful? I feel uncomfortable right now. Very, very uneasy at the things that he is saying and has done. Last night was beautiful. Thank you. And she has bruises on her arm and feels sick. We already know he drugged her, that's 100%, but the bruises don't just appear out of nowhere. Now he says last night was beautiful, thank you. I'm not saying it, but we know what we're all thinking. So she says, hello, haha, you play silly, I need more. Yeah, this makes it 100%. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. I don't care if YouTube bans me. He raped her. Alright, definitely he drugged her and then raped her. There's no other way that something else happened. Also, I'm really sorry that I say this, miss. How can you have any doubts at all, man? Come on. Like, I know your past makes it harder, but this is so clear-cut. Anyone ever who looked at this ever, except for maybe the guy who did this to you, right, will know what he's doing is wrong. I cannot imagine ending up in a situation like this. It's so creepy and frankly scary. Like, how, as the man in this case, right, the 60-year-old man, how do you think that this is ever gonna go well? Or she's just gonna go along with it? Newsflash, if you have to drug someone to get them to do stuff to them, right, then they don't want you. You know, that's kind of a clear case. Haha, you play silly, I need more. You think she's just gonna say, okay, yeah, I will have sex with you now, because what you did is good. I don't get the logic. I mean, to be fair, this guy will drug someone and then do stuff to her, so I guess we shouldn't really expect any logic. But still, man, do you not have any prefrontal cortex activity in your brain hole? Like, none at all? I just feel kind of uncomfortable right now. Like, I don't really know what to say. Like, it's also the comments on Reddit have been really good. Like, saying go to the hospital. Also, tip, get your hair checked, not just the blood. Because maybe it's, like, blood tests can come back negative, but they can test like something in the hair follicles or whatever it said. I'm not an expert on this at all, but they said hair follicles can also indicate whether or not you have been drugged. Because there was a person who had it happen to her, and the blood came back negative, like there's nothing going on there. Then she went to a different hospital after it happened again, and they tested the hair, and the blood was still negative, but the hair showed that she was drugged, and she wasn't going crazy, and there was actually something going on. And it's also worth to file a police report anyway, because even if they can't do anything, now it's already in the system, and if something happens again or to someone else or something even more substantial, right, they already have a file and they already have something like, hey, this came up before and there were like some pictures of bruising and there was some text conversations we already have, so you already have like something. And if it happens to someone else and then they report that man as well, then they're like, hey, this other girl came, we couldn't do anything with it then, but we already have a file with some stuff, you know. And it's just, it might help yourself or someone else later to report this anyway. If it doesn't help you now, because it still can help you right now. Who knows, right? Also, in the hospital, they can test if you've been raped. I saw someone say, like, get a rape kit as well, just to be sure. I know this person isn't watching this video, but you don't know what people are going through, right? Maybe you stumble upon this video by pure chance, and you've been going through something like this Do what I said you should do. Alright, but that'll do for this video. Stay safe out there, and also do not be afraid to ask for help. This person is very reluctant to go to a doctor or something, I feel like. And I'm just saying, like, when it comes to your life, or like you're sick, like you only get one life. It's okay to be worried about your well-being, okay? You can just do that, and you can ask people for help. Especially people who are supposed to help, like doctors. And even if it's nothing, at least you know for sure. Right? At least you know for sure. That's important too. You can just like be worried and ask for help when it comes to something as serious as this. Alright, but that will do it for this video. Like I said before, leave a like, subscribe, and comment on the video. Maybe some advice or maybe some experience. You know, if you want to vent, this is a safe space. Alright, if someone leaves a stupid comment, I'll delete it. I'll be your white knight, like a true simp. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, Jesus Christ Lord, and let's get out of here.